Very good morning to all. Now, students, we had already discussed about what is the report and what should be the basic components of the report. But I told you that the report should be written for a purpose, right? When you have done either you have designed a new type of policy, or maybe you have writing a public report. That means you have done an analysis and you are making a report of that particular purpose. That particular time we just write the report, but the reports are of various type. The report can be a technical report, it could be a popular report, or it could be a simple monograph. So we had already discussed about one type, that is the technical report, in the earlier section. Now see, we have written that technical report is the elaborated work of a researcher in which the researcher gives a detailed analysis of its work, and it is a very detailed report for whatever things are being done. It has been written, even each and every method, everything has been written in a detailed way. And when we see its body, so report body, it has many chapters. But next report what we all are going to talk about is a popular report. Usually this type of report is play a very important role in making new policies. Any issue has been done, and for that issue a policy is to be designed. Say example, the issue is COVID-19, and suddenly the third wave of the COVID-19 has to be started. So we need to design certain policies that yes, so and so things to be done, right? So we have to prepare a report about it. So this is a report. This should be very very simple and appealing. In this particular type of report we should have a lucid writing. Lots many technical things should not be added. In simple words we can say minimization of technical, mathematical, and lot many chart should not be added. It should be try to make in a very simple way, in which simple chart and diagram can give off the all details of whatever data has been finding. That means lots many numbers should not be there. Instead we can have simple charts and all. So these are the desirable attributes of the popular report. See, when you are designing the popular report, we should think about few points. It should have attractive design, it should have a large print, many subheadings should be there, because it has to go. See, we are making the policy, so policy will have many aspects. So all aspects should be given as a subheading. Even occasional cartoons can also be added into the popular report. So this report is really very important. General format when we talk about the popular report. So the first thing should be the finding and their implication. Now in earlier case, you'll have seen that we started with the summary of the results, right? Here also we will be starting with the finding. Now, what findings you have done after the research, that should be added here, and thereafter on those findings, what policies been to be designed. In short, we have interest, practical interest of that findings. Is that clear? That if we have so and so problem, finding matlab kya issues. What issues you found after doing a lot studies, a lot of the research. So their issues will have certain suitable solution. So here we will be writing the finding, and finding will be the issue, and what would be the implication of that finding. What would be the consequence if these are the consequences, means iske kya kya impacts honge. What would be the consequences, and if these are the consequences, what implication should be followed. Then next part will be the recommendation of action. See, here these are the findings, these are the consequences, we can apply this knowledge. So here we are designing the policy. So our main recommendation will be added in this section. Thereafter, we will be adding up the objective of that study. Objective means it should be a general review how the problem arises, then how the problem has been presented along with the specific objectivity of that project under the study. So in simple words, we will be here writing that why actually we are doing this particular research, and why this policy has been designed should be added here. A brief and non-technical description of the method and techniques used should be added here. Now see here, we can present all this method and all in a form of data. Now see, this data should be very you can say the finest form, like it should be a chart, it should be a short review, like this we should give. And at the next section or the last session will be the result. In this section we will be writing whatever studies are been done. Now, see, result in the case of the popular report should have lots of illustration like chart and diagram thing. It should not be the conclusion type as we all write. So, uh, this should be very attractive, and it is the main part of this popular report. Result should be the main thing. And because, see, we will have done this for the policy designing, and last thing will be the appendices. Appendices may you will be writing whatever method is present in the form of appendix, but often it should not be very much detail, like it is useless for the general public that what things are to be added. So sometimes it has been skipped also in the case of the popular report. The last type is the monograph. See, monograph is a very special work on a single subject. Single subject is easily monograph. Is that clear? Usually, this monograph is written by a single author only. The main purpose of monograph is to present primary research and the original study in certain case. Though there are many ways to write a monograph, but see, there is no such common form ke monograph hai. I have done one study and I am writing my monograph. Okay, so usually इसका as such कुछ format नहीं होता है. If you are not writing it for a specific organization, if you are writing for a specific organization, specific body, so they will be giving you format. But if you yourself is writing any monograph, you are monograph is nothing but compiling your work. Okay, you have done one study and you are compiling it in the form of report. So as such इसका कोई format नहीं रहेगा, but still there are certain things which should be added into the monograph. The first thing is the hypothesis. See, this hypothesis plays a very important role in the case of the monograph. It is a central point. Sometime author there is a complex containing several subtopic related to issue and other issue, straightforward and unified. So that time there will be many hypotheses. Then line of reasoning. This is the system of logic which is used by the author to prove monograph's hypothesis, that why the author has selected or designed this particular hypothesis. That should be mentioned in the case of the line of reasoning. It could be titled as the objective also. Then thereafter method. This describes the rule employed by the author in organizing evidence, kind of the question the author is going to ask. Then thereafter there should be approach and utilizing and answering all this question. Then methodology, which consists of several elements including sources, organization of the study, theoretical point of reference, and methods of analysis, etc. Then next thing is the sources. This is analysis of whether the sources used and typical appropriate topic of the study should be written, that from where you have got all this information and all. Then organization of the study. This deals with the type of organization of the study, and it indicates the extent to which it improves or it can hinder the reasoning. At last, we write about the theory and model, whether the author has used model and theoretical aspect from this discipline or not should be added in the monograph. So this is all about the theoretical part of the research methodology. Now see, in the earlier lecture only I told you the research is really very difficult. You all remember I gave you example that when we were doing our MEd, that time practically we used to go to University of Mumbai library, and we used to refer the thesis and all. But now if I want to study the thesis, I am just finding the thesis on one click from the sites like Shodh Ganga and all. So now this computer plays a very important role in writing the research. So next topic of the discussion in our research methodology unit will be the computer application in the case of the research. Do you have any doubt till here? Yes. If you have any doubt, and if you are not finding the doubts right now, you can write your doubts in the comment section of this video. Okay. So at this note, for this topic we can stop now.